Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel, Julie McNeil Crafts. So today is time for take 5, whoop whoop. And I chose the prompts this time, which seemed like a great idea at the time. But now of course I'm recording late the night before that I'm supposed to be putting it up. And now I'm wishing I hadn't been quite so, yeah, adventurous. So anyway, we've got use a mop-up page, use fabric. I have used fabric in the journal before and I was intending to pull it out and show you, but that's in the loft and yeah, that's not going to happen right now. Boho, gold and stamping. So I thought it was a bit different and yeah, why not? It's nice to use different substrates in a journal and I quite like, you know, yeah, I quite like using different things. So now first of all I've got to find a mop-up page. There's bound to be one in here somewhere, I'm sure. That's kind of, it's a bit of a mop-up page but it's also a bit stylized. Let's go for a truer mop-up, there we go. So we have a mop-up page. Right, I've also pulled out these fabrics because I was thinking that, because obviously boho is a bit of a, you know, 60s hippie vibe, and I thought that these would go quite well, and I've just realised that my orange scissors are in the other room, so I may have to, we'll see how we get on with these, I may have to pause the camera and see how we get on. So what you can do, and what I have done before is, which when I first put this challenge together thought I may do, is you can make your own fabric embellishments. So you can, if you mix equal amounts of PVA and water and then brush that on the back of the fabric and let that dry, it becomes a lot more solid and then you can use it as an embellishment. But obviously I don't have the time now to allow that to dry. So, but I have done it before on some of the other things. I think I did one about putting cross stitch in a journal. So that's the thing. I do like to put random things in my journal. See that page there? This I have done a video on, but that's a cross stitch. So I've got a cross stitch there, and right at the bottom there, that's fabric flowers. So yeah, I wasn't just being completely random for the sake of it. I do actually quite like to use unusual things in a journal spread. So, and then this is the Dina Wakley journal as well, which of course comes with, you know, we've got canvas in here and we've got fabric and what do you call it, the Hessian stuff. So there's already like sort of lots of substrates to work on. I'm just trying to fray this so that we get a really nice organic sort of feel to the page. I'm just trying to see if I've got anything on the back of that. Yes, I do. It's just that I was half contemplating staples there, but obviously the fact that we have a completed page on the other side, I'm not going to go with staples. Right, so I'm just, as I said, fraying that a little bit just to add a little bit of interest, and then I'm going to use good old gel medium. You can get fabric mediums, but to be honest, I think, although I do have fabric slap it on, gel medium tends to stick anything to anything. Right, so I think we will be fine with that. Oh, I like that. Right, so let's just get that on as a start. I'm going to find my fabric medium and I'm going to go and get my orange scissors. Okay, so I've got my fabric medium. So this is indigo blue slap it on fabric, but as I said, you would tend to find that a gel medium will work just fine because gel medium tends to stick anything to anything. So I'm just using this because I've got it, to be honest, and it's like, why not? She says, she says, she says, but she's not used it in such a while that it's not, see, this is why I want to use it, because I've not used it in a while, so it's not even coming out. Right, that's fine. We shall do it this way. Where there is a will, there is a way. So let's just get a lot of, what I'm going to do is put that down there, and then I'm going to go over the fabric with it as well to sort of seal it to the page. There we go. As I'm putting it on fairly generously. Okay. And let's just stick that to the page. And the other thing about the medium is I'm going to pull those threads out there and sort of have them coming across the page like that, because again it's all just added interest, added texture. I mean, I quite often, I've not actually done it in a journal to be honest, but on mixed media projects I quite often use thread and string, and I will glue it down with gel medium like that, just to add texture. So a similar idea, but just slightly different. And I love this sort of thing because I do firmly believe that there's sort of like a strong crossover with the various crafts that we have. And I think as crafters we tend to acquire quite a lot of things. Like I do, I actually have a box of fabric. And it's going to be interesting to see what the other girls do. But nobody seemed to panic too much. I mean, there was a few that was like, eek, fabric, and then, oh, what's boho? But yeah, I'm sure they're going to rock it. They'll probably do a much better job than I will. Okay, so I'll pop that on and I will let that dry. I have pulled out one of my stamps actually, Stamp Lamentals 3, because it has this tape measure on, so I thought that would work quite well with the whole idea of there being fabric. But while I just let that dry, I have also got this other fabric here, which I thought had a real 60s vibe to it. So what I'm going to do is cut out some of those flowers to put on the page a little bit later. Okay, so I have got my stamp now, and I have got some Versa colour. I'm just going to put it on there because it's a bit easier. I've got some Versa colour ink, because you can use Versa colour on fabric. So seeing as we're sort of working on fabric, and actually the page that I'm working onto is like a cotton, although it's paper, it's a cotton paper, so I thought that ink pad would be quite suitable. And I've just put a mixture of orange and pink on, and I'm just going to put some little elements of little stamped elements in. And as I said, I went for this image because we've got that tape measure in it, and I just thought it would tie in quite nicely with the fact that we're using fabric. I thought that would be quite a nice sort of tie-in element. So I'm not kind of doing it so that I can actually see it too much. I mean, I can see that there's tape measure elements. When you start to look closer into a page, you'll be able to see it. But that's the stamping done. Whilst I was off camera, I've also gone into my bit box, and I've got all these fabulous flowers and things from, these are Emma Blake's from Clever Print. So I've got all of those, and then I've got some of my flowers here as well. I did have a little bee somewhere, but yeah, we'll see if we can still find it. So I was kind of thinking, seeing as we're going boho, we're talking 60s flower power, that sort of thing, so maybe we could build up something with that. So before I do that, I'm going to get these fabric flowers on first. So let's get those stuck down. So I think I maybe have two there and a sort of half one up there. And then, as I said, we'll build up a bit of a flower power vibe on this page, because I think that'll work really well with the whole, as I said, boho theme. And then we will see. We will see. Who knows? Who knows? This is what I love about journaling and stuff like this. You just, or mixed media, you just start a project, and whatever will be, will be. There's a song in that somewhere, eh? I'll try. I'll not sing it for you. I'll not submit you to that. Well, what a day it's been. As I said, I'm recording this late at night. I was a little bit behind in my step count tonight, so I went out for a big long walk, and then I was going to be getting on with this whilst my husband put my daughter to bed. But my husband started being really sick, so I put my daughter to bed, and he's lying through in the other room, and I'm, yeah, journaling late at night. So yeah, not quite how I'd planned the day to go, but there you go, it is what it is. But basically, if you were to use these as embellishments, you can sort of almost like as I said, put PVA and glue on the background of them and let it dry. And then that way you can add stitching details and stuff like that as well. But you add the stitching before you put the PVA on it. And then you can create little fabric embellishments, which is pretty cool. Right. Get that there as well. And then I will chop that down. But yeah, I think we'll do alright. We'll have something to present to you at the allocated time tomorrow. And it wouldn't be me if I wasn't running last minute, let's face it. Right, so I also found a sentiment which is in, let's just chop this down. I will chop these a little bit better once. Actually, I'll probably just fray that. Kind of suits the style of the journal because, you know, we've got all the frayed edges from the cotton pages and the burlap anyway, so it's one of those journals that's got lots of frays at the end anyway. So yeah, I found a sentiment which I thought we could kind of put in the centre. I'm not going to put it on like that, but I'm just putting it there for just now, just to give me an idea of positioning and working out where I'm putting everything else. So we'll get that all going. And then Emma's got these, I love these, they're like anteater butterflies. And then she's also got these cool hearts, and I thought that's very hippie-ish, isn't it? So I'm going to probably make some heart dangles because that's like my favourite thing to do. It is annoying me because I did have one of my sewing bees just sat just there and I can't see it, so I'm hoping it's in this. Oh, there it is. Because especially with it saying if you have a garden, so I'm sitting there thinking we'll have a big 60s vibe garden going on. Right, so I've got that one. Look at that, I just love that. I love that butterfly. It's just epic. Anteater butterfly, who knew? Right, let's build this all up and we'll see how we go. Need at least 3 hearts on the page, you know, rule of threes. I don't like the way that one's coloured so much. Let's go for this one. It's not that I don't like the way it's coloured, it's just it wasn't suiting my page. Right, I've got a little ladybug sort of thing there. Yeah, we're getting there. Do I want that? Nope, I don't want that there. That's not going to work for me, I don't think. Let's get some more of these ones. I think these ones are more the right colours. I mean, to be honest, I didn't have an idea in mind at all of what I was going to do. But this definitely wasn't anywhere in my head. Right, so that's looking quite good. I think we need to sort of pull it in a little bit so that we're kind of reaching. I want the displays to be sort of reaching the sentiment a little bit, I think. So we just need to pull that in slightly. But we've got plenty of flowers to be playing with. And we've got some greenery too. So that's all good. Alright, definitely think this is very 60s. The 60s, yeah, I'm liking it. I am liking the vibe. Right, so we'll pop another one in there. And then, oops. And then I think we need some more coming out here, maybe. Something like that. Do I want a dragonfly? See, I've got my cool anteater and I've got my bumblebee. Do I want a dragonfly as well? I don't know that I do. Now we've got a few more leaves. You can always have more leaves. Pop that there. And then we'll pop that there. So I think what I will do, because you've watched me sort of arrange that and seen my thought process and whatnot, so all I'm going to be doing is sticking that down. So I will do that, and once it's all stuck, I will come back to you. Okay, so I'm actually thinking, instead of having that completely straight like that, I'm going to chop it into its segments. Where's my orange scissors for that? And we'll pop a little bit of distress ink around them. I just wanted to make sure that I'd left enough space, but I'm thinking that that will be quite cool. And then we still need to add the gold, so there's a couple of things. I can either do gold splashes, or in my bit box I have some little like acetate butterflies that are gold, but I'm not too sure on that one. I think we may end up going gold splashes, unless there's a really... So we've got a couple of little flowers, so maybe something like that might just, and butterfly something maybe, I don't know. But yeah, let's get the sentiment sorted first. So let's just pop this all over here. I have a vast array of blending tools because I accidentally broke one. Well, I left it in gel medium. But you know, you get these things as cheap as chips, so I didn't cry over it. But I then went and ordered like 2 sets off Amazon, so I've now got a whole pot full of them. So that's fabulous. I'm just going to pop a little bit of blue ink around here. I think I'm needing a better surface for that, so I'm just going to move that out of the way because I think I need to be on a solid surface to get a better blend. So I'm just going to add that to each of those, and as usual add a black edging to it as well, and then we will see how we go from there. So yep. Now I'm just running out of patter. I'm running out of picture patter. So yeah, getting used to these ones, but yeah, I've got a whole delicious pot full, and they're all quite clean as well. Don't even need a washing, which is perfect. Right, now black pink. So I've just added the black edging and stuck that down. Now I'm going to do a little bit of doodling, so I'm going to turn these hearts into dangles. Having little dangles, hearts or flower dangles, seems to be my favourite thing to do right now. So yeah, that's that, and then we'll do one up here as well. And then I'm going to make that sentiment look stitched in, so I'm going to do some full stitching and some full cross stitches as well, just as I said, to make it look like it's been stitched into the page. I always think that's quite a fun thing to do, and while I'm doing that, it has given me a little bit of headspace to try and work out what I am going to do about the gold prompt. I think when I put the prompts together, I was thinking boho, and I was thinking, you know, like paisleys with the gold thread and stuff like that, so that's how gold would be connected to it. But I've not ended up going down that route at all. I've ended up going down the whole 60s flower power route. So I am contemplating. I think it may well end up being gold splashes, to be honest, because I'm not sure that I want those little gold embellishments. I think it'll take away from what I've got already. I'm thinking. Now this is when a live would be handy, because I could ask you what you thought. kind of got used to doing that now. I've done that many lives that it's kind of like, oh, what do you think? Oh no, I'm not actually talking to anybody today. Well, I am. I'm talking to you guys that are watching. But, you know, you're watching after the fact. But I do always find just adding a doodly border and, you know, details around the sentiments like that, it really helps to lift a page and bring it together. I'm going to put the cross here because I seem to have put my little cross stitch in all the same places all the way down. There we go. And I will add a border to the page. Pretty sure Kyra will be doing this as well. It's like, can't do a page or anything. I'm going to have to turn the book so that I get this in a way that's comfortable for myself. So we will get a few extra scribbles on that. Tie that all together. I have to say though, I'm quite chuffed with how it's turned out. I really didn't know. I really, you know, I was reading the prompts that I'd given. Let's hope that the girls are all still speaking to me after these mad prompts. But I've even managed to challenge myself with them as well. Right, yes, I think we are, yeah. Or maybe actually, if I might just add touches of gold, if I've got a gold pen, hang on. Okay, so I've pulled out a Spectrum Mark gold pen. It wasn't the one I was looking for. I thought I had a Jane Davenport one. I can't find it. So I've given it a good shake while I was off air. Off air, that's funny. Whilst I wasn't filming. And I was thinking that what I maybe could do was add a few little gold touches and be a bit more specific, because I'm not sure that it's a page that suits splatters, which I can't believe I'm saying, because, you know, that is something I put on absolutely everything, but I'm not sure it's going to work for me today. So this way I can be a little bit more specific, and we're getting the gold in, but I'm choosing exactly where I want it to go. So I'm hoping that that will look alright. Right now as I'm putting it in, I'm not overly sure, but you know, it's too late now. But yeah, just a few tiny touches might just work. And then I think once we've done this, I am going to call that done. So please do check out what everyone else has done. This is an amazing collaboration. I love it. I used to join in with the Take 5 prompts well before I was on the team, so it's something that we encourage anybody to join us with. If you do join us, if you make a video or put something up on Instagram, use the hashtag Take5Art and Kyra will find you and she will add you to a playlist, which is awesome. Yeah, so I hope you will join in, and you have to let me know what you think of the prompts. And as I said, please do go and check out and see what all the other fabulous ladies have done. What I do love is, like, we all get the same prompts, but it's amazing how different everybody's style is and how everyone interprets them slightly differently, and yeah, that can be quite fun to check out. So just adding final bits of this, and I'm hoping that as that dries out a little bit it'll be slightly more subtle, but we will see. I've gone with it now. I suppose I'm sort of thinking as well, when I was originally thinking boho, I was thinking, as I said, like sort of paisley with a gold thread through it. So I'm thinking having specific areas with the gold just seems more in keeping than the actual sort of, what you call it, splatters. Right, I think that is me done. So I'm just going to give that page a quick blast to sort of dry that gold off, and then we'll zoom in so you can see it properly, and that'll be us. Okay, so that is my page complete. Please do, as I said, check what the other ladies have done. If you have enjoyed it here, please do consider liking and subscribing, and I'll be back again very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.